It's all the above, best believe we do it better. I want the fame, the fortune, all the above. I want the checks, the moolah, all the above. From Philadelphia to New York, all the above. Man, tell them other stations they don't do it like us. I want the fame, the fortune, all the above. I want the checks, the moolah, all the above. From Philadelphia to New York, all the above. Man, tell them other stations they don't do it like us. What up?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Angel Marie from All of the Above, and I am joined here today with music artist and producer Kavale. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So how is your week? How's your weekend? All that good stuff. How have you been?
I've been good. I've been good. Just a little bit of allergies. You know, it's allergy season, so that's been hitting me lately. But everything's good. You know, just been working, grinding, trying to put the music out, and stay creative. What
Yeah,
about you? How's your weekend? How's
busy.
everything going?
I'm just like you. Allergies have been hitting me hard. Thank God for Claritin, because it's been getting me together a little bit. So that's why I'm not sounding nasally today,
Yeah,
thankfully.
yeah, yeah.
So are you ready to get into this interview?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So first and foremost, what inspired you to pursue a career in the entertainment industry and music?
Uh, I didn't really look at it that way. I just naturally had a love for music, growing up. I've told the story many times, but my mom put me in a church choir. And from there, just learning melodies and church chords and, piano chords and stuff like that. And then from there, I kind of just drifted off into like exploring music on my own. My sister used to play Destiny's Child, Boyz II Men, Whitney Houston. So I grew up listening to a lot of R&B, and then I drifted off into listening to some Ludacris, which at that age was crazy. But you know, you know what I'm saying? But from there, it went from Ludacris to Kanye West, and then Jay-Z, and then everything just, opened up for me. And I kind of just, had that passion already. So for me, it was just the love of music and creating and, trying to figure out everything and try to, hone in on my passion. So that's
Yes.
how
And
I
I
kind of,
mean, you've been put on a great artist, so I can already see how you drew inspiration and got inspired from wanting to get into music by listening to them. That's a great heavy hitter list that you have there. Now I'm
yeah,
curious,
yeah, yeah.
how did you develop your stage name? Where did Kavali come from?
The name Kavale?
Yes.
Uh, it's a really silly story, but growing up, so when I was in middle school, my mom had got me this like leather jacket, right? And it was obviously fake, but at that time, Roberto Cavalli, the designer, was popping. He was like making leather pants, boots, jackets. So I had the jacket, and I used to lie to everybody, telling them it was like Cavalli, it was a Cavalli jacket. So everybody just started calling me Cavalli, and from there, it kind of just stuck with me.
That's actually a cool
Yeah,
story. I would have never thought that's how you put it together.
yeah. It's not deep. It's not you know what I'm saying. It's not the crazy intricate story. It's that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes for a good fun fact, though, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now, what kind of message do you like to relay through your music? What do you hope your audience takes away from listening to Kavali songs?
Um, Honestly, I kind of relate music to life. You know what I'm saying? And in life, you have your happy moments. You have your sad moments, your angry moments. You know what I'm saying? You have your having fun moments where you're out, you're just trying to have fun. You don't want to think about anything. So like, I try to make sure that I tap into all those aspects throughout my music. When you listen to my music, it's a roller coaster.
Mhm.
Sometimes you have the sad moments, you have the happy moments. Sometimes there's topics that need to be discussed, that I feel like I want to talk about. So I just try to offer a wide variety of messages throughout my music. I told somebody the other day that I feel like music is spiritual, and I feel like artists and creatives are just a vessel to carry the message. So that's just how I view it.
Yes, I love that. And you told us earlier how you got started into the music scene and what inspired you and the artists, such as like how your sister got you into Whitney Houston and Destiny's Child, and then you transitioned into Ludacris and Jay-Z. Who would you
Yeah.
say are your top three music influences in your life that inspires you through your own music?
Top three would be Kanye West, Andre 3000,
Oh, it's a good.
uh, yeah, Andre 3000, Lauryn Hill.
Ah, yeah, she's a
Yeah,
good one. Very versatile.
yes, yes. I love Lauryn.
Yes. Now, being a Canadian alternative hip hop and R&B recording artist and producer, you have a lot of versatility and you attribute it a lot to the environment that you grew up in and where you credit multifaceted skills as being a necessity. So, why is that? Why do you believe that it's a necessity from the environment that you grew up in?
I mean, living in Toronto, it's a melting pot of like cultures, right?
Hmm.
So, you know, it's growing up, you're just around different types of people and you're being introduced to different styles of music and food and, just the culture in general. So I just feel like I have to incorporate that in some way into my music. You know what I'm saying? I don't personally like being boxed in when
Hmm.
it comes to music. A lot of people will say like, I'm a rapper or like I'm a singer. I don't like having labels to what I do because on one project I can offer one sound and then I pride myself on the next project to offer a completely different sound. I never want to do the same thing twice. So, you know, um, I kind of blame where I come from and, where I live and the people that I grew up around and the different styles to kind of just, inspire me to want to try different things and, do different things
Hmm.
throughout my own music and my own catalog.
Yes, I believe that's a great skill to have because that helps you to constantly evolve. You won't ever die out, technically. Whenever music evolves into a new genre or a new trend, I feel like you'll be able to fit right in since you don't keep yourself in a box and you can
Exactly.
basically do any lane.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now, let's get into your music a little bit. So, can you tell us about your latest single, I Language? What's that about?
So our language is pretty much about it's a story of a generation. And
Hmm.
when I turn on the news, I'm always seeing like crazy things happening in the world, right? And it's just like we, not really the older generation, but our age group, we just got to do better with, the message we send because the younger generation is watching. And, that's why it's called I language, because sometimes it's not about what you say, but it's more so about what you do and what people see you do,
Hmm.
you know? And then that can lead into um, a better future. So that's why it's just called I language. It's just about what we see going on around us and the younger generation seeing what's going on around us and copying what they see and, going in the wrong path, the wrong direction. So hopefully we can try to steer that the right way. So that's kind of what that song was about.
Yes, I could dig it. We need more positivity like that, especially in music, because kids are easy to
Exactly.
be influenced.
Exactly.
Now, you also have your own label called Above All Collective. So, can you tell us a little bit about that and what inspired you to develop your own brand?
So my journey's been a little bit crazy. I haven't really touched on it too much, but like I've been through a lot of sit downs with labels. I've talked to a lot of A&Rs. I've been through a lot. And it's kind of just like, you know, I hate really depending on people to make something happen for myself. Right. So I've been told a lot of no's and that kind of just made me want to, build my own brand and control my own narrative. So above all, slash look above, it's it's a lot to explain for that, but pretty much the title is just, rising above everything. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And it's just like sometimes you can look at it in a spiritual way. It's just look above. You know what I'm saying? When you're in doubt, some people need some sort of source or guidance, to look at. And, so I say look above. And it also means, when you get to a certain level, people always want to reach the top. Everybody wants to reach to a certain height in their career. So that also means look above, look above and be inspired by the people that are above you and try to rise to match that level at the same time. But pretty much what we want to do is we just want to bring creatives on board, man. Artists, producers, writers, designers, graphic art, like everything, multimedia. So we just want to bring it together. And I really want to push the culture forward because I see a lot going on around me that, I feel like could be done better. And I feel like there's a lot of artists out here that, deserve a platform. So obviously I want to get my foot in the door first. Once my foot gets in the door and I'm established and I can bring a whole generation with me, so that's the goal.
Yes. Shout outs to you creating your own table and allowing everybody to have a seat with you.
Oh, for sure. It's important, man. It's important to build community. I feel
Very.
like, yeah, I feel like that's what's missing, the communities. So I would love to build that and give younger people opportunities and show them the right ways and, help navigate through certain situations, because I wasn't able to have somebody to tell me what to do when the do's and don'ts and stuff like that. So it would be good to help out the younger generation for sure.
Yes, I salute you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you have a upcoming project, well, album that is about to come out called Aren't You Lucky, which is a letter to your 14-year-old self. Can you describe that a little bit about that to us and what the overall mood and tone and vibe will be of this album?
So the project is pretty much, I feel like when you're younger, you have this inner youth in you. Like when children create, they don't think about anything. They create. They don't care about what the world thinks. They do it and then they're on to something else. And I feel like along the way, I kind of lost that, that inner child or that inner youth of creativity where I allowed everybody around me to, what I'm saying, somehow affect what I do and how I create.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just me hitting the reset button and finding that hunger again and finding that inner child in me to just not really care about what anybody thinks and just create. And also just tapping in and just touching on subject matters that are around me. And I just feel like the world's burning right now. What I'm saying? As harsh as that sounds, I just feel like the world's burning right now. And sometimes in these moments, we tend to question ourselves and we look at other people, doing great. And while we may be in this miserable state, we forget to have gratitude. And sometimes you have that question has to, be asked, like, aren't you lucky? You have life, you have people around you that love you. What I'm saying? Things may not be perfect, but you have something and it could be worse. So it's just, aren't you lucky? That's what the whole project is about.
I love that. Very relatable. And out of everything that you have done thus far in your career, what would you say has been the most memorable or your favorite moment thus far?
In my career?
Mm-hmm. If you could choose one thing that has been your favorite so far, the most memorable.
That's tough. I'm very hard on myself. So like, I don't think I've really had any moments to soak in. You know what? Just hitting benchmarks when it comes to like streams. And I know it's not about numbers, but for me, it's just like it's it lets me know that the message is spreading and the brand is building. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what is important. If my words or if my music can touch just one person and make them feel a certain way, then I feel like that brings that happiness in me. Sometimes I get DMs from people, from all over the world, and they're just telling me like, hey, that song such and such really helped me in my darkest moments, and I just want to thank you. So yeah, I
That
mean
feels free to
those
receive those kind of messages.
yeah, those are that gives me life, man, and it keeps me inspired to continue creating. So I feel like those are the highlights, of my career so far.
I love that. Now, for everybody who do want to keep up to date with everything that you have going on, what is next for Kavale? What can your fans and supporters expect to see and hear from you in the future? We all know that you have an upcoming album coming out, but is there anything else that you would like to share or anything that you would like to disclose?
Honestly, there's not much to it, just consistency. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna keep dropping music, man. I'm gonna keep my foot on the gas, keep dropping music. Once a project comes out, we'll let that rock. But I got a lot more music, what I'm saying, in the stats, and I'm just waiting to, release more videos. And, we're working on partnering up with a agency. So
Mm-hmm.
once that gets situated, then, we're gonna start getting some shows in and, start traveling and doing some shows all over. So be on the lookout for that, just stay tapped in and those show dates will start popping up. Sure.
We go. And for everybody who do want to tap in, how can they do that? How can they stay up to date with everything that is going on in your world?
You can follow me on social media, Kavale Official, KavaleOfficial, and it's like that across all social media platforms. So you can just tap in over there, shoot me a message, listen to the music, let me know how you feel about it. Let's have a conversation about it.
Yes, there you go. You guys heard the man. Make sure you guys follow, support, stream his music. And after you stream his music, make sure you reach out to him and let him know your thoughts on what you listen to, because he likes to have those discussions. Now, before you guys go, I want to remind you as well to make sure you give us a follow. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at _all of the above 1. That is how you stay up to date with everything that is going on our show, on our platform, all that good stuff. We are also on YouTube. That is where you will see this amazing interview with Kavale. So make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date with all new interviews and things that we have coming out for all of you guys at All of the Above Podcast. And make sure you also check out our website at www.alloftheabove-podcast.com. That is where you will stay up to date with so much more information, all of our newest interviews, everything that we have going on in the Philly area and beyond. So, as always, thank you again so much, Kavale, for chatting with me. Make sure you guys all support, subscribe, stream, follow his page, and make sure you let him know All of the Above sent you.
I want to say shouts out to you too, what I'm saying, for all the hard work you're doing and pushing the culture forward. Thank you for having me on the platform. I appreciate it. All support is welcome. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. And before we go, as always, I'm your girl, Angel Marie, and we will see you guys next time.
Wednesdays at 7, Angel Marie and Kevin playing the illest records, bringing us back together. Philly is all season, storming through any weather, leaving the track bleeding, way we pull it together.